Perfect. Hi, this is Lara from Om3 Yoga, and thank you for joining us today on Christmas Eve. And this is just really a time for you to, well, kind of chill out and relax and do some movement and get our energy going, but also be mindful. So when you're ready, let's actually start in child's pose today. So as you're ready, and if child's pose isn't a comfortable shape for you, find a comfortable seat. Otherwise, we can bring your big toes together or apart. Knees can be together or apart. Let's reach your arms in front of you. Maybe rest your head onto the ground. Taking a few moments to take some deep breaths, feeling the shoulders move away from the ears. And perhaps feeling the breath move through the rib cage, feeling your rib cage expand from side to side as you breathe. Beautiful. And as we come here to this time and space, just taking the time to feel grateful, you're able to take this time out for you. And know that at any point in time I offer something that does not feel good, please do not feel like you have to do it, and take care of your body. So as we're here, let's start to come onto your fingertips, lifting your arms and your wrists, your hands away from the mat, and we'll walk our fingers over to the right. You can keep your head neutral or maybe turn your head and look underneath your left armpit. Breathing. 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to slowly walk your hands over to the left. And again, you can keep your head neutral or look underneath your right armpit. Just welcoming the sensation, breathing. 2, and 1. Let's make our way back to neutral. Spreading your fingers really wide. We'll inhale and find tabletop. Coming onto the hands and knees. Inhale, let's lengthen and look up, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, round through the spine, chin to the chest. Inhaling, lengthening and looking up. Exhale, round to the spine, chin to the chest. A few more times, inhale. And exhaling. Again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, finding a flat back. Let's walk the hands in front of you, spreading the fingers really wide, curling the toes under, perhaps making your way to your first downward facing dog. And as we come into the first downward dog, maybe your knees are going to be more bent here and pressing through the hands. Or if you want to straighten the legs and walk the legs out, do what feels good for your body here and now. Not a big deal, just find that space that works for you. You can shake your head and neck out, yes and no. Or just allow yourself to be easy, steady. 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna walk the hands now back to the feet and fold forward. Bring the feet maybe a little bit wider apart if you need space. Keep the knees bent to protect your lower back, bringing the chin to the chest, maybe framing the head with the arms. You can sway out from side to side. Just honoring wherever you're at. 2, and 1. Let's gently bend the knees. We'll bring your hands in front of your feet, keeping the left hand on the ground. I like to stay on my fingertips, but do what's comfortable for you. We're going to keep the left knee bent. We'll reach your right arm up towards the ceiling, maybe looking up at the thumb. Again, if that doesn't feel good for your neck, just look down towards the ground. 2, and 1. We're going to exhale, lower your right hand down, coming onto the right fingertips, bending into that right knee. We'll lift your left arm high. Again, feeling the shoulder blades squeeze together. Breathing. 4, 3, 2, And one. We're going to exhale, lower the hands down, folding forward. Let's press through the feet a lot, bending the knees. We're going to inhale, rise all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart center, either the palms together or one hand on top of the other. Roll the shoulders back, slight bend in the knees. Feel your tailbone tilt back. Starting to breathe here. Feel the rib cage anchor in. Feel the back of the head pull back without lifting the chin up. Keeping the chin parallel to the ground. And as you're here, take a moment just to notice, what does this feel like in your body? Feeling your feet on your mat, maybe pressing down through the toes. Notice if that changes anything. Notice if you're more on the right or the left. Keep breathing and appreciating wherever you're at today, whatever is going on for you here in this moment. Let's inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, we're going to turn the palms out. We're going to bend the knees. Let's hinge from the hips, folding forward, bringing the chin to the chest. We're going to inhale, reach your head forward to lengthen the spine, and let's reach the arms wide to the side. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, you're going to bring your hands to your heart center. Pressing through the feet, inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands back to the heart center. Let's do that again. Inhale, we'll reach up. Turning the palms out, we'll bring the arms down, bending the knees, hinging from the hips to fold forward, chin to the chest. Inhale, we're going to reach the head forward, arms out wide to the side. Exhale, hands to the heart. Press through the feet, we'll inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands back to the heart. One more time, inhale. Exhale, arms out wide. We'll bend the knees, hinge from the hips, folding forward, chin to the chest. Inhale, let's reach the head forward, arms out wide. Exhale, hands to the heart. Press to the feet, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands back to the heart. Take a moment to appreciate everything that you have. Everything that you have going on within you, around you, as well as everything you don't have to deal with. Find gratitude for that. Let's inhale, reach all the way back up. Exhale, we're going to turn the palms out wide. We'll bend the knees, hinge from your hips, fold forward. Inhale, we're going to look up about halfway. Exhale, let's lower the hands down. This time we're going to walk your hands forward to plank. Bringing the shoulders over the fingertips, maybe coming on the tippy toes. Feel the shoulders move away from the ears. Reach through the head. Feel your neck lengthen. Notice the breath. 3, 2, 1. We're going to slowly lower down onto the belly. So you can go knees, chest, and chin. Or if you have another way you'd like to get down, go for that. Let's bring your elbows underneath your shoulders, coming onto the forearms. We'll roll the shoulders back. Press the pelvis down. Draw the belly button to the spine. Squeeze like you have to hold to go to the bathroom. Gaze at the horizon. You can stay right here if this feels good, or maybe straighten the arms a little bit, as long as that doesn't hurt your lower back. You can stay here or exhale. I'm going to lower my forearms back down and then bring my chin to my chest. I can feel my neck start to stretch out the back of the neck, pull the shoulders away from the ears. And then keeping the chin towards the chest. Let's bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. Exhale, chin back to the chest. Left ear towards the left shoulder. Chin back to the chest. Let's reach your elbows out to the side, lowering the chest down, and we'll reach your arms now alongside the body, palms up. We're going to take 3 more back bends from here if it feels good. Let's start by rolling the shoulders back. We'll lift your heart up. Exhale, lowering back down. Now, perhaps as you do that, we lift the feet up as well, if that felt good. So you can roll the shoulders back again, and then maybe lift the feet up if that's available. 3, 2, 1. We're going to exhale, lower back down. Let's try that one more time. Maybe roll the shoulders back, press the pelvis down, lift the feet up. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, we'll come right back down. Beautiful. Bringing the hands under the shoulders. Let's slowly curl the toes under. You can press into plank or tabletop, so do what's best for your body. And then we're going to find downward dog. Inhale and exhale. Feeling that tailbone tilt towards the ceiling, maybe slight bend in the knees. The heels don't have to be on the ground. 2 and 1. We're going to gaze between the thumbs. Let's slowly walk your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, looking up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Press to the feet. We're going to stand all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. I'm going to turn and face you, and I'll mirror the movements. We're going to do a little stretch for our shoulder, and then we'll get a little bit deeper into the practice. So let's take your right hand. You're going to bring your right hand to your right shoulder, left hand to the elbow, and lift the arm up. So if your head goes forward, then bring the arms forward. But if it's easy, you can kind of keep your upper arms in line with your head. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to exhale. We'll release that. Let's bring that hand, shake it out a little bit. We're going to reach your right thumb down now, and we'll bring that right hand behind the back. Some of you might want to bring your left hand to your shoulder to help roll the shoulder back. You can stay here. You can also grab hold of the hand if that's available. Let's turn your head to the right, and then turn your head to the left. Coming to neutral, we'll shake that out, and let's do the other side. So now bringing that left hand to the left shoulder, right hand to the elbow, lift the arms up. Beautiful. Feeling that stretch, that sensation, welcoming whatever's happening. 2 and 1. We're going to slowly let that go. Let's reach that left arm out, thumb down. We'll bring the hand behind the back. Perhaps roll the shoulder back. You can stay right here, or you can grab onto your hand. We'll turn your head to the left, and then turn your head to the right. Let's come to neutral, and we'll release, shake out. Beautiful. All right, so stepping back towards the front of your mat, we're going to start with some sun salutations. Let's bring the hands to the heart center. Allow yourself to ground, to root, to feel steady, to appreciate, and to offer. Maybe making this offering release what you don't need any further. Let's inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, we'll turn your palms out, bend the knees, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Inhale, we'll look up halfway. We're going to build on our practice. So we'll bring the hands down, stepping the left foot back into a lunge. You can stay here. Perhaps you want to lower the knee down, maybe look up, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, let's lift that left knee up. We'll bring our hands flat, step back to downward dog. Inhale, you can stay here, find child's pose or tabletop. Otherwise, we're going to inhale, find plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga or knees, chest, and chin. We'll roll the shoulders back, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Bringing the feet a little bit closer together. Let's lift your right leg high. We're going to bend your right knee and open up your hip and then flex your foot. So imagine you're going to press on the wall that's behind you with the foot. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to slowly bring that knee and hip down. We'll look between the thumbs. We're going to step your right foot forward. We'll bring the left foot to meet it, fold forward. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, folding forward. Beautiful. Inhale, let's rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reaching up. If you want, it might feel good to lean back a little bit. My body was craving that. We're going to exhale, swan dive as you fold forward. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, hands down. We'll step your right foot back this time. Feel free to stay in a lunge or drop down to the knee. Look up. Beautiful. Exhale, we'll bring those hands flat. Step your feet back, downward dog. Feel free to stay in downward dog, child shape, or tabletop. Find what your body needs. Otherwise, we're going to come forward to plank, chaturanga, or knees, chest, and chin. Roll the shoulders back, up dog or cobra, or any other variation. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. We're gonna take your left leg high, bend your left knee, open up your hip, maybe flex through the foot. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna slowly lower that hip and knee down. We'll look between the thumbs. We're gonna step your left foot forward. Right foot to meet it, we'll fold forward. Inhaling up halfway. Exhale, folding in. Press to the feet, we'll stand all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, we'll fold forward. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, hands down. Let's step the left foot back. Pressing through the feet. This time, maybe reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, we'll bring the hands to the heart center. If it feels safe for you, you're going to lower down to your left knee. You can stay right here or sink your hips towards your right heel and maybe reach your arms up and overhead or pull the arms behind the ears. Now, if your shoulders are really tight, bend the elbows and squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale, let's reach back up. Exhale, we'll lower your hands down. Step the feet back, downward dog. Again, take care of what your body needs. Otherwise, follow me, coming to plank, chaturanga, or knees, chest, and chin. Inhaling up dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more deep breath. Inhale and exhale. All right, I'm going to throw a little challenge in right now. So maybe you want to do it, maybe you don't. So take care of your body, but let's lift your right leg up if you want to. We're going to bend the knee and now bring the knee to the nose, shoulders to the wrist, and then we're going to take that leg back. We're going to do that again, and then you're going to glide your right foot between your hands. Keep your left foot on the ground. Let's reach your right arm high. Take a twist. 2 and 1. You're going to exhale, lower the hand down, step your feet together at the front of the mat. Keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. We'll press to the feet. Let's rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, we'll swan dive and fold forward. Beautiful work, everyone. Inhale, let's look up halfway. Exhale, hands down. We'll step your right leg back. Ball of the foot, feel the inner thighs squeeze together. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. If it feels safe for you, you're going to bring your hands to your heart center. Gently drop down to that back knee. Sink your hips towards your heels. Maybe reach the arms overhead or bend the elbows out to the side. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. 2 and 1. Let's inhale back up. Exhale, lower your hands down. Step your feet back, downward dog. Beautiful. If you'd like, come to plank. Exhale, chaturanga or knees, chest, and chin. Inhaling up dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Bring your feet a little bit closer together. Let's take your left leg up. We're going to bend the knee, bring the knee to the nose. Inhale, lengthen it back. Left foot between the hands, keeping your right hand underneath your shoulder. We'll reach that left arm to the sky. Take a twist. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to exhale, lower the hand down. We'll step your feet together. Fold forward. Beautiful. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, we'll fold forward. Fantastic. Press through the feet. We're going to stand all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Pause, notice, feel, breathe. So we're going to do another kind of more dynamic series, but we're going to base it off kind of what we've already been doing. I'm going to be mirroring you for this movement. So if you're like, she's doing the other side, don't be alarmed. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, we're going to swan dive and fold forward. Bring your feet about hip distance apart or a little bit wider. We're going to bend the knees. You're going to hinge your hip crease back and then slowly lift the torso up. Maybe even pull those thigh muscles back. And then if you'd like, you can reach your arms forward, elbows out to the side, or arms up high. 3, 2, 1. We're going to bring the hands to the heart center from here. We'll step your left foot back. You can be on the ball of the foot. I'm going to keep my foot flat, so do what feels good for you. We'll inhale, reach the arms high. Warrior 1, maybe looking up at the thumbs. 2, and 1. Now you're going to reach your head forward, sweep your arms back. Inhale, we'll lift all the way up. Now we're opening to warrior B. Feel the shoulder blades squeeze together, gazing over that right middle finger. 2, and 1. Now we're going to straighten the leg. Let's reach and lengthen back. Now sweep the arm along the horizon. You might want to slide your right foot back about a footprint. We'll reach forward, lower the right hand down on the right leg. Roll the shoulders back, maybe hand on the hip, maybe arms extending, can go over the head. What feels good for you today? If it feels okay, you can look at the ceiling. If you need to stretch your neck at all, I've had a lot of people who said neck this week, you can always bring your ear towards your shoulder, the lower ear towards the shoulder, so right ear, and then re-rotate your head and turn your head towards the sky. You might get a little adjustment in your neck. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to take a slight bend in the knee. We'll lift up. Let's rotate the hips so they're in the same direction. We're going to interlace your hands here behind your back and then extend your arms away from your hips if that's available. So you can feel a big stretch in your shoulders. 2, and 1. Now we're going to do our best to keep our hands bound. And you can either stay here or maybe lean forward a little bit, hinge your tailbone back or lift the tailbone up. If this is easy, you can always bring your nose towards your shin. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to release the hands. Let's keep the left hand under the shoulder. We're going to move into revolved triangle pose. So we'll reach your right arm to the sky. Looking up at your thumb. 3, 2, and 1. Let's exhale, lower the hands down. We'll step the feet together at the front of the mat, fold forward. Maybe grab onto the backs of the legs. You can bend your knees a little bit if that feels better. Pull your nose towards your knees or your shins. Keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Let's gently release the hold of our forward fold and we'll inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Pause, feel the difference in between. Notice, breathe. 2, and 1. We're going to inhale, we'll rise all the way up. We're going to take a quick vinyasa if you want, otherwise just hang out in a forward fold. So if you'd like to, you can lower the hands down. We'll inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, hands down. You can walk or jump your feet back to a plank. Maybe take chaturanga, maybe up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Breathe in. 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to slowly bring our feet to the hands if they've left that spot. And we'll inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, folding forward. Now bring the feet again about hip distance apart. We're going to bend the knees, Hinge the hips back, maybe pull the thighs and hips back, reaching the arms shoulder height for Utkatasana or chair pose. Find that position, feel the rib cage anchor. 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna inhale up. I forgot something, so you're gonna come right back down. We'll bring your hands to your heart. You're gonna press through your left foot and we'll step your right leg back. So ball the foot or foot flat. Inhale, we'll reach the arms up. Exhale, let's reach your head forward, sweep the arms back. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, we'll open to warrior B. Bending into the knee moving over towards the pinky toe. 2, and 1. We're gonna straighten the leg, maybe slide that foot back a little bit. We'll inhale, reach and lengthen back. Arm along the horizon, we'll reach forward, lowering your left hand down, maybe right hand on the hip, or up towards the sky, or over your head. Just see what feels good for you. If you have any neck things going on, again, you can drop your ear towards your shoulder and then maybe re-rotate your head. Sometimes that helps. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna inhale, we'll slowly come up. Bringing the hands on the hips, we're gonna step your right foot to the right, left foot to the left. We're gonna interlace your hands behind your back again. And typically as people do this, we always put what's familiar, the thumb that's familiar on top. I want you to do the opposite thumb this time, just to get a little weird feeling. And we're gonna squeeze the palms together, maybe roll the shoulders back, lift your heart up. Breathing. 3, 2, and 1. And then if you want to hinge your hips back, reach your head forward. So you feel that big stretch in your hamstrings, or you can bring your nose towards your knee or shin. So again, see what's available for you and keep breathing. That's all you need to do. 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna release the hands down. We'll bring that right hand under the shoulder, pull your left hip back. We're gonna move into revolved triangle pose, reaching the arm towards the sky. Keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna exhale, lower the hands down, and then we'll step the feet together, fold forward. Maybe you want to, if it's available to you, this is gonna be a little interesting maybe for some of you, but we're gonna slide your hands underneath your heels like you're scooping little ice cream scoops of your heels. And then bend your knees, maybe bring your nose towards your knees or shins. You can stay there or straighten up. So just honor what's available. And if it's not available, I'll find something else. 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna release. Let's bend the knees, find Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale, we're gonna reach back up. Exhale, let's swan dive and fold forward. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, hands down. Walk or jump your feet back, plank. Maybe chaturanga, maybe up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog or child's pose. We'll take 5 breaths. See what feels good. Where does your body need more stretch? 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna walk your hands back towards your feet as you fold forward. Beautiful. 2, and 1. We're gonna inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Pause, notice, shift. Does it feel different from when you began? We're gonna bring our hands on our hips from here. We'll take a giant step out wide on our mat. All right, so we're gonna work with a little bit more with the shoulders and the hips here. So let's start by reaching the arms up high. You're gonna turn the toes out. We'll interlace the fingers again. Now, if it's available, just make it up how it is for you. We're gonna bend the knees and maybe stretch the arms up. Maybe take a stretch over to the right, and then up and over to the left. Beautiful. Coming to neutral, we're gonna bring your hands onto your thighs, feet parallel. Let's hinge the hips and fold forward. Perhaps bringing the head all the way down to the ground, or maybe just using your imagination. And whatever that is, it's perfect. Keep breathing. 3, two, and one. We're gonna press to the feet. We'll stand all the way up. Exhale, lowering the arms down. We'll turn your right toes out this time. Let's bend into that right knee. Reach the arms wide for warrior B. Maybe squeeze your shoulders together. 3, 2, and 1. Let's straighten the leg. We'll reach and lengthen back. And then we're going to exhale, bend back into the knee. You're either going to take your forearm on your thigh or your hand inside your foot. If you're inside your foot, maybe see if you can connect that knee and that, or the arm and the leg together. If you're here, not a big deal. And then perhaps reach that left arm to the sky or bring your hand onto your hip. Keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to try and experiment with something here. So you're going to bring your both hands inside your foot and you're going to come on the ball of the back left foot. Keeping your left hand down, we're going to reach your right arm to the sky and take a twist. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to lower the hand down and then we're going to turn the toes to the side, coming back to neutral. And we'll take a wide-legged forward fold once again. You might need to move around a little bit, wiggle, stretch, feel that space. 2, and 1. We're going to press to the feet. We'll rise all the way back up. Hands to the heart center. Let's turn the toes out again, heels in. Interlace your hands. We'll bend the knees and we reach those arms up. Take a little lean over to the right and then over to the left. Coming back, we're going to straighten the legs. We'll reach the arms wide, turning your left toes out this time, warrior B. Squeeze the shoulders together. Keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to straighten the leg, reach and lengthen that back. Exhale, we'll bend back into the knee, side angle pose, forearm on the thigh or hand inside the foot. Right hand can be on the hip, reach towards the sky, over the head. What feels good for you? Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to slowly lower both hands inside the foot. Come on, the ball of that back right foot. Keeping the right hand down, we're going to reach your left arm to the sky, twisting. Breathing. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to slowly lower the hands down. Rotate your feet to neutral, taking another wide-legged forward fold. Maybe grabbing onto the backs of the feet this time, if that's available, or the heels or the legs. If there's something else you want to do, go for that. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's one more time. We're going to turn the toes out, heels in, interlace those hands, reach up. And then we're going to straighten all the way up. Now we're going to rotate that left foot in, right toes out, warrior B once again. We're going to take this into half moon pose because we have a half moon out tonight, if you did not know that. So if you see the half moon later, you can honor it by knowing that you did this shape earlier today. So let's start by bringing the left hand on the hip. We'll straighten that right leg, reach the right arm back, and then exhale, you're gonna bend into the knee. Take your right hand. So if your foot was the center of the clock, you got a big clock here, your hand's going to about 11. We're gonna flex and energize, lift that left leg up, maybe rotate your head towards me, and perhaps lift your left arm towards the sky. Breathing. 3, 2, 1. Slight bend in the knee. We'll bring that foot down. Inhale, come up, feet parallel. Beautiful. Wiggle it out. And let's try the other side as you're ready. So now turning the left toes out, we'll bend back into the knee, warrior B. So you might need to reposition your body. Let's inhale, we'll lengthen and lean it back. Exhale, we're going to bring your right hand on your hip, bending into the knee. We're going to take your left hand outside of your left pinky toe this time. Your hand is going to 11 o'clock. It should have gone to 1 o'clock before. I screwed that up. So hopefully you understood that. And we're going the other way. Hopefully it wasn't a big disaster of falling over. And if it is, I totally apologize. 3, 2, 1. Slight bend in the knee. We're gonna inhale, come all the way up. Beautiful. Thank you for bearing with me. Inhale, let's reach up. Exhale, we're gonna bend the knees. You're gonna hinge from your hips, and then we're gonna make your way down to a tabletop pose, however you get there. We're gonna do a little bit more work with our hips and our glutes here. So I'm gonna face you for this. We'll start with a few cat-cows. So let's inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, round through the spine, chin to the chest. Again, let's inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, round through the spine, chin to the chest. Inhale, we're gonna find a flat back. Now, you are gonna take your right leg behind you, and then we're gonna turn your right toes out to the right and bring your right foot so it's in line with your right hip. Probably feeling a lot in your glute here. Now, don't be surprised. 2 and 1. Now you're gonna bring your right foot down. We're gonna curl the left toes under. Hands under the shoulders, and then you're gonna try to sink your hips towards your heel. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna inhale, we'll lift up. Let's turn your right toes out. The knee is bent. We've got the knee over the ankle as best as you can, and then we're gonna sink your hips towards that right heel. Inhale, lift back up again. Once again, we're gonna sink in, and then come back up. One more time, sinking in. Coming back up. You can stay here if you want to try. Let's bring your forearm on your thigh. We're going to reach that left arm high. Maybe bring the left hand, turn your thumb down, bring the hand behind the back, roll the shoulder back and be looking towards the ceiling. 2 and 1. Now perhaps straightening the right leg now, and then we're going to lower your left hand under your left shoulder and keep your right hand on your hip, or reach the right arm overhead, feeling this big stretch. Press down through the right foot. 3 and 1. We're going to inhale. We'll come all the way up. Let's bring your knees together. Roll the shoulders back. You can wiggle, shake out. Let's inhale, lift up. Exhale, we'll slowly sink the hips to the heels for child shape. And then inhale, tabletop. Beautiful. Let's take 2 cat-cows here. So inhale, lengthen and look up. Exhale, round through the spine, chin to the chest. Again, inhale. And exhaling. Inhale, flat back. Extend your left leg back behind you, flexing through the foot. We're going to turn your toes to the left and now bring your left leg over to the left. 4, 3, 2, 1. I've done this a lot over the past, I got a little stuck, but I've done this a lot over the past couple of days. And so I'm like, I feel that a lot. And I know a lot of people feel it their first time too, or when it's pretty new. So let's curl your right toes under. We're going to sink your hips back towards that right heel. Feeling a big stretch in the inner thigh. Feel the shoulders move away from the ears so we don't tense the neck up at all. 2 and 1. We're going to inhale, lift up. Now you're going to bend the knee, turn your left toes to the left, left knee over that ankle. And then once again, we're going to sink your hips towards that left heel. Inhale, come back up. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Beautiful. You can obviously stay wherever you need to, or we're going to come, bring your left forearm on your thigh. Let's reach that right arm out. Maybe bring your thumb down and hand behind the back to roll the shoulder back. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to inhale. We're going to slowly come up. Let's straighten through that left leg. Now we're going to bring your right hand down and then left arm overhead. Maybe trying to rotate your chest towards the ceiling. Big stretch to that whole left side of the body. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to inhale. We'll slowly start to come up. Bring your knees together. Let's inhale, reach the arms high. We're gonna exhale, sink your hips to your heels for a moment. Feel the quads stretch out. We're gonna inhale, come back up. You can stay wherever you need to, or if you'd like to, maybe curl your toes under, bring your hands on your hips, squeeze your glutes, let's bring the hips forward. We're gonna start by reaching your right hand for your right heel if that's available. If not, just keep your hand on your hip, reaching that left arm to the sky. Keep breathing, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna inhale, come back up. Do that on the other side. So again, left hand on the hip, left hand onto that left heel, right arm to the sky. Reach, reach, reach. 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna exhale, bring the hands down. We're gonna come hop your feet forward and come to a straight-legged shape, moving the fleshy part from your sitting bones. Slight bend into the knees. Let's reach the arms high. Exhale, you're gonna fold forward. Bring your chin towards your chest. Letting yourself find a little ease, more space, more breath. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna inhale and we're gonna slowly rise up. Bringing the hands behind your hips. Let's bring the soles of the feet together, knees apart. You'll roll the shoulders back, lift your heart up. You can stay right here. My fingers, if you're wondering, are pointed out to the sides. So you can see whatever feels good for you. You can stay here or maybe lift the hips up to help open up the hips. Maybe let your head and neck drop back. 2, and 1. Let's lower your hips down, knees together, grabbing behind the knees, lift the heart up, legs lift for boat pose, maybe arms 2. 3, 2, 1. Feet down, hands down. Let's take your left leg forward, right foot towards that left inner thigh. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, folding towards that straight leg. Breathing, noticing. Do you feel like you have more space? Do you feel different from when you first began? Either today or maybe a couple weeks or months ago, whenever that is. 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna inhale, we'll slowly lift up. Let's bring the right knee up. We're gonna wrap that left arm around the knee and turn and twist to the right. Maybe right hand behind your back. I'm gonna get a little goofy here, just why not? Because we can. You can try this or not. So if you wanna try, this might be a fun little laugh for you either way. But you can take your left hand and grab onto the outside edge of the right foot. Perhaps reach that right leg up, holding on with the left hand. Now maybe reaching your right arm back. You can stay right here, or maybe lift the left leg up too. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, we'll lower everything down. Hands behind you. Let's bring the soles of the feet together, knees apart. Roll the shoulders back. We'll lift the hips up. Exhale, let's lower the hips back down. Knees together, grab behind the knees. Let's lift the legs up. 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna slowly bring the feet down. Bringing the right foot forward this time, left foot in towards that right inner thigh. Arms high, exhale, you'll fold forward. Keep breathing. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna inhale, we'll rise up. Lifting the left knee up. We're gonna take your right arm around the knee, left hand behind the back, roll the shoulders back, lengthen. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. So we're gonna slowly, if you want to, you can just stay here, that's fine too. Grab hold of the left foot with the right hand. We'll reach that leg up. Maybe reach your right arm. Maybe take, ooh, that hip is not happy. Right leg up. 3, 2, 1. We're going to exhale, release, and then both feet down. Inhale up, exhale, fold forward, both legs. 2 and 1. We're going to inhale, we'll lift up. So let's bring your feet together, knees apart, hands behind the hips. One more time, hips up, head and neck back. Exhale, hips down. Knees together, grab behind, lift the legs up. 3, 2, 1. We're going to bring your feet down. We're going to slide your hips towards your heels and slowly start to come lay on your back. I thought this was never going to happen. Bring your knees towards your chest, rock a little bit from side to side. Keep breathing. Beautiful. 2 and 1. Now, from here, let's bring your left foot on the ground. We're going to lift your right leg high. Some of you are just going to hold on to the right leg. It might be interesting to reach the heel towards the ceiling and slowly, as you feel ready, pulling your leg towards your head. Depending on how the leg fits into the hip socket, sometimes it feels better if you move the leg a little bit over to the right or to the left, just depending on what's available in that space. And so all of our pelvises are, rotated and structured a little bit differently. So we have to just learn to appreciate where we're at and breathe. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to slowly squeeze the knee towards the chest. And now we're going to take this for a twist. So let's keep that left hand onto the right knee. We'll reach your right arm to the side and then dropping everything over to the left. Now, you might have to adjust this again a little bit for your body. So you can always straighten your left leg or straighten your right leg, or maybe you're doing something a little bit differently than what I'm suggesting. Please know that that's fine as long as you're taking care of you and you're not overdoing anything. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to slowly start to lift the knees back up. Keeping the feet on the ground. In between here, we're going to take a mini bridge pose. So arms out wide. Let's tilt your tailbone towards your knees. Maybe lift the hips up. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1. We're going to slowly lower all the way down. Fantastic. All right, so let's start this on the other side. We'll squeeze both knees in to begin. Give yourself a little hug. And then we're going to bring the right foot down. We'll lift that left leg high. You can grab onto the leg, just extending that heel towards the ceiling, or start to pull the leg more towards the head. And if the knee bends a little bit, don't worry about that. Just honoring that you're stretching your hamstrings right now, and we need to make sure that it feels safe. It's all about letting ourselves feel safe. And not only in this moment, or if we can gather the sense of what safety feels like in this moment, it's way easier when we're outside. 3, 2, and 1. Let's squeeze that knee back towards the chest. Again, if you needed to move that leg, I forgot to mention, into the hip socket, do that. So do what feels good for you. You can always do it with the knee bent a little bit too. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to keep that right hand on the left knee. We'll drop everything over to the right, reaching that left arm out to the left. Keep breathing. Maybe you're noticing or feeling a big shift and change. Again, just honoring whatever that is for you, and keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to inhale. We'll lift everything back up. Let's bring both feet on the ground, arms out wide to the side again, or if there's another shape that you prefer, do that. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, drawing the belly to the spine. We'll tilt the tailbone towards the knees, feeling a back bend. Maybe you want to reach your arms and grab onto your mat or interlace behind your back, or perhaps you're coming up with straight arms and straight legs. Just whatever feels good. 3, 2, 1, we're gonna slowly release and gently come all the way back down. Wiggle, adjust, breathe. 3, 2, and 1. And then if you'd like to do that again, feel free. We'll lift those hips up, roll the shoulders back. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's slowly start to come right back down. Beautiful. I'm going to do a really quick little interesting exercise with you. Won't be too long, but it might create a little bit of shaking or tremoring in your body. And if that happens, that's great. It's just a release happening in your body that, sometimes we hold on to a lot of tension. I like to do this sometimes when I get a migraine headache, because even though we're working our legs and our hips, it will sometimes release tension in the neck and the shoulders. So just honor whatever happens. So what you're going to do is you're going to keep your feet together again, knees apart, and we're going to just hold and lift your hips up. We'll hold this for 10 breaths. And if there's swaying that happens or movement, let that happen. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to slowly lower the hips down. Knees are out to the side. Again, you can stay here if you're like, I just want to rest. I don't want to do anything else. That's fine. If you're resting, right hand on your belly, left hand on your heart. If you want to move a little bit, keep the arms wide. Make sure the fingers are open. Don't start to clench up. Feet are pressed together. We're going to lift the knees up, I don't know, about 5 to 6 inches, and you're going to hold here. One thing that may start to happen is you feel like a little teeny bit of micro movement, or you might not feel anything at all. That's fine. You might feel something in a few moments. Just keep breathing, noticing, shifting, and letting this sense of release happen, letting go. Let's bring the knees up a little bit higher. Ooh, see, that's where I start to feel it. We get a little higher. So maybe you're feeling something, maybe you're not. And again, it might be like a little bit of micro movement. It's probably on the inner thighs. So this movement actually helps release the psoas muscle. And if you're not familiar with the psoas, it's spelled P-S-O-A-S. It actually attaches into the middle back, attaches to every single vertebrae 3 times all the way down, wrapping around the hips, the sacrum, the pelvis, into the sitting bones, back down through the thighs and the knees. It's an interior muscle that's kind of hard to activate unless our legs are pretty fatigued. And I figured we did quite a bit of leg work, so you might have had some fatigue here. Let's lift the knees up a little bit more. So you might have a little bit of movement, or you might have like this movement that happens really rapidly and lets it go. So again, just notice, no judgment, no expectations. I'm just guiding you through a quick little psoas release, I hope, or a little bit of movement, or maybe it feels good, or maybe you're doing something totally different. All good. Let's bring the knees up a little bit higher. Again, just observing whatever's happening in your life and your sensations here. And if the feet are not touching, that's fine. We want to kind of keep the big toes close together. 3, 2, 1. We're going to lift up a little bit more. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you are done. Let's let those legs stretch out. Feet fall out to the side. Maybe let your eyes close. You can keep your arms wide to the side, or if it feels good, bring your right hand on your belly, your left hand on your heart. Just start to allow your body to shift and release. As you're here with the eyes closed, taking a really big, deep breath and slowly letting go. Again, taking a really big, deep breath and slowly letting go. One more big, deep breath in. And exhale, let go. Feeling softness come in through the body. Realizing there's nothing you need to hold on to. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. And as you're here, I want you to imagine that you are being magically transported to a beautiful field where we are all meeting safely and socially distanced. And as you arrive into this place in your mind's eye, know that I am meeting you there. We're all there, as well as everyone who I have been in meditation and practice with since Sunday. So we are in this time of the winter solstice. Today is officially the last day. Tomorrow is when the days start to get a little bit longer, starts to add a minute. And so this is also a time for really deep stillness. And as we come into stillness and softness in the beautiful field, there's a big circle of people waiting for you to arrive. And in the center of our circle is a spiral of candles. Candlelight that's been tended to since Sunday. And as we're here, we're going to take a moment and just welcome the ancestors, the people that have been here before us, the grandmothers, the grandfathers, the great aunts, the great uncles, all of the beings that have been here before us. And knowing that they are here for us anytime that we need to. They're so grateful for you to be calling them in here and now. Knowing they're there to hold you, to support you, and to help guide you. And as we come here in this field with all of these beings and all of the ancestors that have been invited in, I also want you to take a moment to honor anyone that you have lost this year or any really changes that have happened in your life. Just whatever pops in your mind's eye is perfect. All you need to do. And then taking a moment to welcome in this sense of forgiveness, realizing that we all make mistakes. And just this sense of forgiveness. And when we can forgive within ourselves, it's so much easier for us to forgive what's going on around us. And knowing as we step into forgiveness that the earth forgives you, the trees forgive you, the plants forgive you, the sun forgives you, the moon forgives you, the stars forgive you, the planets. Any unwritten words forgive you, any unsung songs forgive you, any undone art forgives you. Knowing the mothers forgive you, the fathers forgive you, the children forgive us. Just feeling this sense of deep forgiveness and knowing that as we tap into this sense of forgiveness and have also known as mercy for ourselves, we're this letting go. And this part of the process is so we can, in a moment, welcome in more prayers, more dreams, more wishes. And so just feeling the sense of forgiveness. And I learned the other day that the flowers are microphones to the earth. So perhaps even speaking into the flowers and knowing that the earth, Mother Earth, will always be here to listen to us. Even when we step on her, she bounces right back and gives us what we need. So as we are here in the center of the circle and there's this spiral of candles and there's lots of beings meeting you here, I want you to know that you've been given a candle and it's time for you now to light that candle. And as you light your candle in your mind's eye, I want you to put your prayers, your dreams, your wishes into this, feeling this deep connection to self, the sense of healing. You're going to place your candle into the spiral of the other candles that are there, dancing flames in front of you. And as you place your candle into the spiral, maybe saying out loud in your mind's eye, your wishes, your prayers, your dreams. And knowing that every time that we come together during this, anytime really, is a celebration. It's remembering how important life is. So I want you, as you step away from the circle and you see all of the dancing light and this beautiful spiral and these beautiful people and beings around us, the ancestors, the ones that we love. I want you to take that candle flame and bring it into your heart, reconnecting you with your compassion, your love, your genius, your wisdom, your compassion, and starting to see your heart light up and noticing what lights it up more, and then what things don't necessarily serve it, and imagine that candle flame can burn those out. Just taking a few moments to rest in stillness with that. And then perhaps if it feels safe or comfortable for you, you can actually physically bring the palms of your hands, one hand on top of the other, into the center of the chest to feel that sense of warmth and this glow. And as we start to glow really in this, there's a little bit more darkness right now, but knowing that this time is also about bringing the light back. So you are doing this work to bring the light back. And as the trees represent to us, many of the trees have lost their leaves, but there's this secret growth happening underneath in the earth. And knowing that you have secret growth happening within you, always. So if it feels comfortable for you, you can stay right where you're at, or if you want to begin to move, maybe keep the eyes closed for another moment, but you can wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe make your way up to a seat and come back to bringing the hands to the heart center if that's what you need, or again, staying right where you're at. And thanking yourself for taking this time out for you, thanking your body, your breath, your mind, your spirit, your emotions, your wisdom, your creativity, all of you. You are a gift. You're the biggest gift that any person could have. Just do your best to be present. Give yourself a sweet smile and take this with you until we can meet again. Thank you all so much for allowing me to guide you. Have a beautiful evening and Merry Christmas Eve, Merry Christmas, or any other holidays that you're celebrating, the solstice or Yule, whatever that looks like for you. And thank you. Namaste.